Hi guys, how are you? It's Rita here from the Angel Room, and I'm here with Paris Debono.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. And what do we have here?
We have the Maltese Find a Man deck, and I'm
Hmm.
going to show you how to read them.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we notice this deck, this is actually a 12 card deck. Okay, and this one is I made this one mainly for women looking for a man. So these are some of the players in the deck. So if you have a look at those, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see,
Hi Leah, hi Kingdom Healer.
hey everyone. As you can see, there's a woman card. There's only one woman card in this deck. This is the Queen.
Yep.
This represents our female client. Now we have three men. We have the old king.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's holding a pentacle or a coin. Can you see that?
Yep.
Then we have the young king, and he's holding a wand
In a very funky position.
in a very funky position, showing off his wandly duties. And then we have the prince, who's holding a cup. He's very romantic, very emotional, and he's on a horse. He's a knight. Okay, so usually the two kings are usually the more stable partners for our woman over here.
Yes, very tarot.
Yeah, they're very tarot. They're based in European tarot. They're probably Spanish or Portuguese, but these are called the Maltese deck because I've renamed them. And if we notice the two kings are looking at her, they're looking at her, yeah, or looking away from her.
Oh, we don't want that.
We don't want that. And now if we look at the prince or the knight, he's looking away from her, running away, or he's running towards her, but he's never really with her. Okay? Now, they're the four main players. Now, we also have the open flower.
Yes.
Now, this could be the open flower. This could be about someone being open, and it's usually connected to the woman card. And the partner of this card is the cocky rooster. So the cocky rooster represents male sexuality. The open flower is female sexuality. So this tells us if she's open or not, or he's open or not. Then we have the crown. The crown's about money. It's about position. It's about wealth. It's not really about love. It's more about the mind and the head. Then we have the two roses. This is the relationship card. This one tells us if they're in a relationship together or if they want to pair up. Then we have the spring bunnies. Spring bunnies are running around. This is about someone who's getting out there and meeting lots of opportunities and potentials. Then we have the old donkey. This is them not doing that. This is them, not being in action, being worn out, being old-fashioned, out of the game.
Being an old donkey.
Being an old donkey, being boring, Then we've got the daisies. Daisies is about networking. It's about, going to a bee would go to different daisies, so it's about going to different things and meeting different people through networking. Then we have the seductive apple. The apple represents seduction. In this deck, it can actually represent a third party, especially another woman. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a reading for a female client, and her initial is L, and she's not on Periscope. She's someone that I know, and she asked me to do a reading about her love life. So what I'm doing is I'm shuffling the cards. Now, for beginners, I wouldn't reverse the cards. As you get better at these cards, you can do reversals, but because this is kind of like an introduction video, I'm not doing that. So what we're doing is I'm thinking of Miss L, and I'm shuffling, and then I will lay the cards out in rows of 4.
Absolutely, Kingdom Healer. Let's see what's going on for her. By the way, Kingdom Healer, what's your name? I don't think I recognise you from that little picture.
Can you see those, Rita?
Yeah, I can see those.
So what you do with the Find a Man deck is you lay the whole deck out, and we're going to start with the filter.
Is that facing towards us or you?
Facing towards you.
Okay, got it.
Normally I'd face it towards me, but because we're making a video, I'm facing it towards the viewer. So the open flower, what does that tell us about our female client?
We'll let some scopers have a go.
It's a very good filter card or first card because it's showing that she's open. The flower's usually connected to the woman as well, where the rooster's usually the man. Okay? So there's an energy of her being open in her love life, wanting to meet. I know she's single. She asked me, is there a man on the horizon? Now there she is there. So she's looking at the open flower. So she's definitely open. She's definitely thinking of being open. She's definitely wanting to be open. Okay.
She's ready to date.
She's ready to date. Now this is the first top row is the past. So this is something that she's been thinking about for a long time, I would say, because it's in the past. Let's look at what's behind her. Now behind her is the crown.
You're saying she is so ready.
She is so ready.
She's
Now,
so ready.
Now, the woman's got the crown behind her, which means that she may have been thinking about money. She may have been thinking about work. She may also have been thinking about her position in life, like her success. Yeah? So let's keep going. And then we have here a bit of spring bunny action. So she's been, probably thinking about who to date, where to date, who to go out with. She's really ready. Now, there's no male in sight yet for her, especially in the recent past, say in the last 6 months. Now, this is going to tell us about the present. Now, the present, she's going to do more networking. She's got the daisies. Daisies represents, meeting many people still, like a bee would have to go to all those daisies. And then we go to the next card, rooster. Okay, that's very good. So it shows here that there's attraction, sexual attraction, if we've got the rooster and the flower. Now we need a man somewhere here. Okay, here's a man now. Okay, so what are we getting now? We're getting a prince, and he's going towards the cocky rooster in order to get to her. What does this man want from her? He wants a bit of rooster action by the looks of it. He's definitely pursuing her, but he's probably pursuing her more through sexual attraction, not through a sense of love.
Sex, and she will meet easy men.
That's right. She's going to meet a couple of them, probably, a few of them. She may meet them through work. They may be attracted to her because she's powerful as well, and she's a powerful woman. Okay, now there's another king. Now there's a king, but he's looking away.
But he's old.
He's older too. So he's older than her. She may meet him through bunny action, spring bunnies. She might meet him through a bit of that, but he's not really wanting a relationship. Can we see that? See how he's looking totally away from her. Now let's go to the next line. Now the next line is the apple. So we have here, and the apple represents, this is the future line as well. So the apple represents seduction, temptation. Okay, now if the king's next to it, it means it's a man with a woman. Okay, no, it's not. So it shows her seduction and her temptations have been disappointing. Okay. Relationships. This one is a desire to be in a relationship, and there's another man, and he's the outcome. Now, what it shows is there's a desire for a relationship with a man, but he's looking away. So it doesn't show that he's wanting to be in a relationship with her, although he is the outcome, which means that she may still think of him or in the future. She may meet him, like him, but he's not really ready for a relationship. He may even have had a relationship breakdown with another woman. The apple sometimes means another woman. Broken down relationship for him. So he may be dealing with a relationship breakdown or an unhappy relationship. Okay, so I would say for her, she just needs to keep being open and keep networking, and she's going to meet sexy guys in the next 6 months. But it doesn't show me anything stable for her.
Okay, so we've got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
First one's basically saying, so the men are not interested.
There's only a sexual interest around her shortly. Yes.
And the other question was, so if the men can never look at her, does that mean she'll never end up with a prince?
Well, the men can look at her if they were near her. They can look at her if she's there. They can look at her, and that means they're pairing up. But in this case, she's still having to just remain open because the two serious men, the men that could be serious, the kings, are both not really looking at her.
Oh, what about the young prince?
Young prince can be more like either a young lover, but usually it's not someone who's going to create a stable relationship.
So he's not the match for her?
He's not a match for her, no. He's more of a fling. However, sometimes the prince could bring in some happiness, like he could bring in a relationship, but he might be younger than her or immature, right? If it was like that, he would want to have a relationship with her. But he's bringing through the rooster, which means...
So he's like indirect.
He's indirect because he's behind her, yes. He may be attracted to her, maybe trying to show off. She seems to be not interested in him because she's got her eye on a relationship. He's more sexually attracted, maybe wants to prove himself to her. This guy seems to be connecting to a bit more fun. This one seems to show that he's had a relationship breakdown. So I would say with her that the short term for her is no stable relationship yet.
And do we read the corners?
Yeah, you can. You can say open, be open, have fun. Be aware that the men she meets may have other women. You can also knight too, but that's a bit more of this is a basic, lesson, just to get you used to the cards. I don't want to go into knighting or pairing or heart of the matter yet. Okay, I'll do that in another video. Okay, so any other questions? We'll just keep the video short and then we'll do some more.
No other questions. So.
Great. So this is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop, and that's the Maltese Find a Man cards.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.